Hello, my noble band of outlaws. Outlaw Samurai coming at you live with a video. And yes, I do realize it is the middle of January, and I am wearing the put the drunken pagan debauchery back into Christmas shirt. Two reasons. One, it was in my dryer. Second, pagan debauchery can be year-round. But today we are going to be trying dragon fruit, which I picked up at my local Sam's Club for about $6 for 3. So about $2 a fruit, give or take. Now this is specifically yellow dragon fruit. Traditionally, as far as I'm aware, dragon fruit is red. And this is sweet and ready to eat. Product of Ecuador. Asian fruit grown in what I believe to be a Spanish country. Correct me in the comments. Now, for those of you unaware, this is a dragon fruit. And what I could only assume the reason behind the name is the dragon-like scale pattern that the fruit has. Now, it comes in these little styrofoam doily dress condom things, as most exotic fruits do. Mainly just there as a bumper to keep the fruit from bruising in transit. There is an instruction guide on how to cut these. Cut open and enjoy the pulp. It is literally a picture. So you cut the skin off. And what I can only assume is you then cut the fruit in quarters. And then you eat it like an orange peel. For those of you who don't know, you don't need to peel an orange. You just have to cut it open. Speaking of cutting open, without any further to-dos, don'ts, and probably shouldn'ts. Just a second. Now, as I was saying, without further ado, don'ts, and probably shouldn'ts, let's get started. Okay. So here's the cross-section of what a dragon fruit looks like. Those of you who have eaten dragon fruit before already know what this looks like. It doesn't smell repulsive. It's honestly giving me some kind of like orangey smell. But this is how the box says to eat it. So in 3, 2, 1. Kind of does have an orangey taste. For those of you wondering, the seeds are edible. I've had a fruit similar to this before in terms of taste, but I can't quite put my finger on it. I'm not gonna lie. This tastes almost like a banana. Like, I've had dragon fruit drinks before. But to me, this tastes almost exactly like a damn banana. So weird. Right? There's what I was thinking. I figured it out! The flavor that this reminds me of. There's like a really sweeter version of watermelon. It was tricking me with that banana flavor at the beginning. But now that I've eaten more of it, it's like watermelon if you injected just plain cane sugar into that bitch. Mmm. Mmm. This shit ain't bad. Mmm. And you don't really taste the seeds. But they give this nice little crunch to it. This shit tastes like watermelon. It's over the best $6 I've spent in a while. Now, here's where I normally rank the things that I try. And me personally, dragon fruit is getting, at least yellow dragon fruit for now, is getting a 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10, I'd definitely eat again. Now, what do I give it prep score? And you're probably wondering, well, Outlaw, what's a prep score? Prep score is basically the amount of shit you have to do to said fruit before you can eat it. Like with watermelon, you gotta slice it, you gotta either carve it and then carve it into slices, and then you gotta distribute those slices. That get like a prep score, and the lower the score, the better. Watermelon to me gets a prep score like 10. Like, it's a lot of work just to enjoy some watermelon. This, on the other hand, I give it a prep score of 3. Doesn't require a whole lot of prep. And honestly, if you wanted, you could just take one of these, cut it in half, and just eat it out like with a fucking spoon. Which is what I was going to do before I started just carving it out. But if I'm comparing watermelon to this fruit, the flavor gets an 8 out of 10 in how close it is to watermelon, to me at least. This just tastes like a sweeter, more sugar-packed version of a watermelon. Now, comparing it to watermelon, honestly, I'd rather have the watermelon. And I know what you're thinking, Outlaw, you're praising the dragon fruit for being basically a sweeter, easier to eat version of a watermelon. Why would you want the OG in this instance? Well, see, the OG, the reason I want the OG is size, alright? And one of my favorite drinks is watermelon juice, which I make by by derining a watermelon, throwing it into a blender, running that shit through a strainer, and into a pitcher. And one big watermelon will give me about a gallon's pitcher worth of juice. And maybe 1 or 2 cups worth of excess pulp. Where in comparison, I'd probably need 100 of these to equate out to the same amount of juice I get out of one watermelon. And again, that's my personal bias being added into this. I would rather have the watermelon simply because of one of my favorite summertime drinks is watermelon juice, and B, nostalgia for me. Watermelon, I'm American, okay? I'm American, damn it. Watermelon is nostalgic for me. While I like dragon fruit, it just doesn't pack the same nostalgic feeling as a good old slice of watermelon shoved into my face hole. Alright? But yeah. Also, the seeds don't spit as good. But in any case, final score for the dragon fruit on flavor alone, this gets a 9 out of 10, okay? I like my fruit sweet. At least my non-citrus based fruit, I like sweet. 2. Its comparison to watermelon. Again, it gets like an 8. Alright? And on its prep score, it got a 3. Which again, prep score means how much work needs to go into it, and the lower the number, the better. Like for perfect example, an apple or a banana would get like a prep score of 1. Well, no, banana would get prep score of 2 because you actually have to physically peel the banana. Apple you can just put to mouth and start eating. But yeah, that's basically all that's going to be done for this video for the dragon fruit. It's already gone a little longer than I intended for it to go. So tell me what you think, my noble band of outlaws, and if there are any other colors of dragon fruit I should try. I know I haven't tried the OG red one yet, which I will be doing after trying this. So until next time, my noble band of outlaws, Outlaw Samurai tells all y'all be crazy rednecks, be safe, use your weapons. I'm out. Peace.